Good morning guys, hope your day is going well. We're going to be replacing the Hyfaxes on my Polaris Axys. It's pretty easy, you don't have to take the rear skid off. It takes about an hour or so to do it, depending on your level of knowledge, but let's get right to it. So you can see I've already replaced the right hand side here. It's pretty easy. So you can see on the old one here, this is the wear bar, the wear mark, whatever you want to call it. And on the new one, it's right here. My sled has about 1,100 miles on it, so it's pretty much done. So let's get this other one on here. So first thing you need to do is loosen up the rear axle. It's a 16 millimeter bolt. This is a 16 millimeter nut right here, and then the bolt itself is a 10 millimeter. And then loosen your adjuster bolt as much as you possibly can so that your track droops enough so you can get it out. Next up, on the front of your track, there's two small bolts that are a T30 Torx right here on this side, as well as on the other side. You need to remove those so that you can get the Hyfax out. So to remove the Hyfax, I'll show you on the old one here. You can see all these marks right here. This is from removing it, basically. Taking a screwdriver or something to dig into the Hyfax a little bit to drive it off the rail there. One thing I would recommend, don't dig in too far, otherwise you will start hitting the rail. What you're basically going to do is push the Hyfax towards this way through one of the windows through here. Once it's out far enough, take a pair of vice grips, grab onto the back of it and pull, and it should slide out pretty easily. It also helps to have some WD-40 to spray in here to help move it along, but unfortunately I don't have any of that today, so I'm just using some cleaner to kind of just get some kind of lubricant in there to help out. All right, now we should be good to go to pull it out. Just grab onto the middle section and pull. It might fight you a little bit, but it'll come out. Just like that. There we go. Now with these new ones, they are cut longer so that you can just cut them yourself. All I did was put the new one on top of the old one, lined up the end here. You'll basically just make a mark right where it comes up, and then use your cutting tool to cut it down to size. One thing I did to take it a step further, just to kind of help the transition for when the track moves along here for when you are reversing, is I actually sanded down on the edges here a little bit just to give it a nice smooth transition. You can use sandpaper or a file, whichever works for you. Alright, next up you're going to spray some of your WD-40 or whatever spray lubricant that you have just in the first about 24 inches or so, 2 feet. Just to give it a little bit of help, and then start fishing it in there. And it should just slide right on. And once you start to get towards the end here where you can't really push it from the back side, that's about as far as I can go with it. Just grab it from the underside here. That's why we didn't use spray back here, just so we can have as much grip as possible. Just to push it in all the way. Right there. And then all we have left is to put our bolt back in. And then we're all set to go. And then obviously you just need to set your track tension as well as alignment, tighten up everything. So just a quick pointer on how to set your track alignment as well as tension. Once you get it all perfect, I made marks on everything. I'm not sure how well you can see it on camera, but you can see I made marks around the black piece here for the axle, as well as I made a mark for the nut here to make it just a lot easier when I'm resetting everything to where it needs to be. And just like that, we're all good to go. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you are stopping in for the first time, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.